What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riker YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the week of October 21st through October 27th. Oh man, Halloween or Samhain is almost here, and we're continuing the tradition of using some darker decks, some of those decks that kind of help us look at the shadow, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be using the Dark Grimoire Tarot, and we're going to be using this tarot deck for the next 2 weeks or until the end of October, just because I feel like this is the darkest deck I have, and it just fits perfectly with the mood. So we're going to continue with this deck. I hope you're not going to get sick of it. Okay, don't worry, once November comes around, we'll get back to the happier times. And looking at the shadow, in my opinion, is a happy thing. I think, I've talked about this ad nauseum this month, but the more that you look at the shadow, the more you know what to move away from, the more you know which direction to move towards healing. So looking at the shadow is extremely beneficial in this healing process. I don't think I'm going to do November month aheads this month. Instead, I have a fun Halloween Samhain reading, which I did last year, which was a lot of fun. So we'll do that instead of the November month aheads. But anyway, enough talking. Well, actually, this whole video is full of me talking. But enough talking about unrelated matters. Today, we're talking about this week and how we can make this week the best week possible. So like I said, we're using the Dark Grimoire Tarot. And we'll look at these cards individually and then see what message they have to tell us as a whole. Okay, so the first card we're going to look at is this one. And we've got the Nine of Chalices, or Cups, as they say. Hold on, let me get this real straight, or as straight as I can get it. Whatever, there we go. The Nine of Chalices. The feeling I'm getting from this card is that, at least at the beginning of this week, I think things are going to feel a little bit relaxing. Based on the past readings, it seems like for a lot of us, things have been kind of hectic recently, and it's been demanding a lot of our energy and attention. But I think at the beginning of this upcoming week, it's going to be a chance for you to sit down, relax, count your blessings, really be grateful and show gratitude for all the beautiful things that have transpired in your life heretofore. Right, so I think, if you have been working really hard recently, I think at least at the start of this week is going to be an opportunity for you to just kick your shoes off, put your feet up, and just enjoy yourself a little bit. So, if you're feeling compelled to take a day off of work, or if you're feeling compelled to hide in the break room, or if you want to just have a nothing day, right? People say we have this tendency to think, if we don't work 8 hours a day, then the day is wasted. That's going to be further from the truth. A nothing day is a chance for you to reflect. It's a chance for you to recharge. It's a chance for you to heal. It's a chance for you to plan ahead. So these nothing days, air quotes, are actually very productive. Or at least they should be. If you're going to watch Netflix all day, okay, then yeah, maybe you did have a nothing day. Okay? But if you spend the day not putting a lot of energy into stuff besides, maybe the mental and emotional energy, then I think you're going to be recharging, and I think you're going to be planning ahead, and I think you're going to be reflecting and learning. So take care of yourself at the beginning of this week, and don't feel guilty about phoning it in. At least, don't feel guilty about calling into work sick, or just relaxing in the forest or by the beach or whatever in your hammock. It's we can't run ourselves into the ground, okay? And show gratitude while you do it. Be grateful for all the things that you have, the ability to not, have to run yourself into the ground. Show gratitude for everything, and I think that'll just set your mood to a higher elevation. At least for the start of the week. Let's check out this card. And we've got the Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. I think this Nine of Chalices leading to the Ace of Swords is leading me to believe that this nothing day or a few days, I keep calling it that, I just explained why it's not a nothing day, but I think it's going to lead to a new idea, a new thought, a new perhaps way of thinking. Right? If imagine this, right? You have this very hectic job, and you've got to focus on clients, and and you just work, and you're always focused on clients. You're gonna come home, and your mentality is gonna be the same thing. You're gonna have this rush attitude, this frantic, got to get things done attitude, and it's going to carry over into your outside of work life. But if you take this rest day, like I'm saying, or this rest period at the beginning of this week, you're going to go back to zero. You're going to reset yourself. And a result of that is that you're going to have a clear mind. And a clear mind comes up with new ideas, a new way of thinking. And that's kind of what I see here, is that this rest period is going to be a chance for you to get back to your baseline, get back to zero, and kind of shed some of that negative energy, that frantic, gotta do everything now type of energy. It's going to be a chance for you to shed that. And when we get rid of something, it makes a place for something new. And I think that new thing is going to be a new way of looking at things. You're going to maybe say, oh, I was I was letting my ego run things there for a while. Now it's time to get back to maybe listening to my heart and soul. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So far, it's looking like a great week from what I can see. And this new idea can be any number of things. It could be just the realization that, you were letting your ego run you around, or you were too much in your ego, or maybe it's a new idea of a new way to go, a new direction, maybe a new idea for an art project, maybe a new idea for work, maybe it's just a new way of looking at things. So I definitely see some new energy coming in the middle of the week. So let's check out this last card. And we've got the Knave of Wands. And this is the page, and whenever I see the Page of Wands or the Knave of Wands, I always get this feeling of excitement, of adventure, of let's go do something cool. And I think that's what's going to transpire by the end of this week. I think you're recharged. I think you've got a new idea. You've figured out a new direction. And now at the end of the week is going to be like, I've got all this energy to put my energy into that new thing that I was thinking of. So I think this week is going to be very beneficial. This is going to be a healing week. One of those weeks where you wind down, you think of something new, and then you go out and start a new adventure. So I think by the end of this week, if you're being called to go someplace, maybe on a trip or something, maybe if you're being called to start a new art project, or if you're being called to do something new at work, something different at work, whatever it is, there's a sense of excitement around it, is the feeling that I'm getting. And I think you should follow that excitement. You should follow that passion, because it's leading you in a new direction. And based on what I'm seeing here, I think that's what's needed, is a new direction. I think that's very cool. It's looking good. I like it. Sometimes this Knave of Wands could symbolize, maybe it's not something exciting. Maybe it does feel like work. But the feeling I'm getting from it is that it will materialize into something exciting. So, maybe it'll seem like, oh, okay, I got to go back to work and I got to put all this energy back into whatever it is you do. But I think what I'm feeling from this card is that it's going to eventually feel like something new and exciting, and an adventure, really. So now that we've seen the cards as a whole, I think this week is full of ups and downs. Right? It's seeing you need to take a little bit of a break and enjoy yourself and show gratitude, which is going to lead to a new perspective or perception, and perhaps a new idea that you can follow. And then immediately, it's going to turn into you putting action into that idea, and getting up again, and having been recharged and relaxed and rested, and getting up and saying, I'm ready for the next adventure. So imagine you're in a battle and you get pulled out to go to the back. You have some, what do they call it? Home base or whatever, and you have some rest and relaxation, and you get some perspective on the war, and then they send you back into battle. But you're feeling less beat down by it. That's why they do that, so that the soldiers don't get totally, if they're just stuck in the trenches, it's going to be ugly. Right? They're going to lose their minds. They need some rest and relaxation. That's sort of what I'm feeling from this. Or like if you've ever been at a party and you're dancing your butt off, and then you got to come out and sit on the sidelines and have some water and just rest and recharge. But when you get back into the dance floor, you're going in. Okay, so that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this week. And that is the reading. It looks like a good one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Remember, this was a general reading not meant for every single person. Take what works for you, leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach me at my website, lightofriga.com. I'll be sure to do all the YouTube things, the liking, the sharing, the subscribing. I really do appreciate all that you do and all the interaction that you do with my channel. I really do appreciate that. Help me to spread the word. I would appreciate that as well. Let's get the healing vibes out into the universe as much as possible. And that's going to be it. I want to wish you all a great week. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all love and light on your adventure. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.